ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And it's a pretty good return here as we get this up to the 29. They started on the ground with Eckler. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Once more, here's Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll go play action here with Stroud. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Stroud. This is swung out to Eckler. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the... From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these are bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 2. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 75. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Stroud off the play fake. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Gallup. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Down to about the 32. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Stroud sets up the play action. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Texans first down.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On play action, they'll throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it. On
third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Chris Godwin.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Play action. Stroud now.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Final play of the half. Stroud.
Airing this one out for Evans.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run again on first down. Cook. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 3. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. An extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get in it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with it.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by Jerron Bentley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
As Stroud now to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Third and goal, Stroud.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw here.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings.
Chris Godwin.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mike Evans, 52 yards.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play there is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goodwin able to hold it in. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Got his man complete over the middle.
That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Vikings 49, Texans 28.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. I guess he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0.